Namaste, mamas. So Leonie asked me to write a review for her course because I've been doing the 21 days. And personally, as someone who works full time and looks after a little man with special needs 100% on her own. I've found the 21-day course pretty useful because it only takes a few minutes out of my day and just gives me a moment to learn something and reflect and think about how I can I guess put it into practice in my life. I've been friends with Leonie for a while, so I've heard little things about what she does, but it's good to see like just the little practical things, like thinking about the mala beads and the tea and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of it is about mindful practice and that sort of thing. And I mean, as mamas, we don't look after ourselves, we look after everyone else, we get exhausted, and we're the last people we think of. But I guess the thing that Mother teaches us is that we need to think about filling our cup, so we're not pouring from an empty one, and like we're looking after ourselves before we give out to everyone else. So that's been pretty useful. I guess I look forward to hearing and seeing what comes next from Leonie, like thinking about the next step. So we're learning about how to look after ourselves and how to be mindful and do little things to help relax and rest and decrease stress. But I guess the next part of thinking about connecting with families is how we connect with our children. So for me as a mama, I find it useful every day to, I've got a son, so boys traditionally, they don't talk. They keep everything to themselves, and I've guessed that I've got the opportunity as a single mum with no other influence to have a boy where we can learn to create a conversation and learn to connect with our feelings, which isn't something that kind of previous generations have really done, but we're starting to open up more to it. So for me, at the end of the day when we're walking home from school, I'll say, how was your day? What did you learn? What did you do? Was there anything that made you sad today? And I mean, I'm pretty lucky that even though I don't have a lot to do with school, I know what's going on because my son will open up to me and he'll tell me if something happened or if he felt sad or something like that. So then I can email the teacher and we can have a dialogue and we can do something to address it. Other things are like thinking about connecting with them and looking at their interests as a way of learning. So I know my son, like most boys at the moment, he loves Pokemon and he loves Minecraft. So often when we do our bedtime stories, we'll think about making a story, making it fun, but doing something that we can learn from it. So I might tell a story about how Lockie went into Pokemon Land and he had lots of fun and he made some new friends and maybe something happened, but then they did something to work on it. So yeah, thinking about ways to engage them, work with them, and I guess create a positive approach to a parenting. Like I said, I found Mother really useful because only a few minutes out of my day, which is great because I don't have a lot of free time. It's hard for me to find time to even sit and read a book, so it's great to have something where I'm not even taking an hour out of my time. It's like 3-4 minutes, which is great, and you learn something and you take something to give back to yourself, so that's great. So I recommend it. The book's great too. I think the great thing about the book is we learn that Leonie's like the rest of us, and while she's had this big loss in her life, she's taken the lessons from it and learned to make it positive and learned about, okay, so this went wrong before, but I can learn from that and I can take something and build. And I'm thinking about now how I connect with things, how I work with my family, how I'm going to make this thing work, which I mean in today's society it is really hard. We've got so many pressures, so many demands, and we don't it's just hard to learn about how to navigate through things, work through things. So yeah, I recommend the book and the course. And yeah, if you need some more time and guidance, Leonie's there. She can provide that too. Okay, I'll see you. Bye.